had a heck of a time getting uninsured after the Angora fires of 2007, and now we're probably, I mean, if it does go and it's a loss, I don't know if we would be able to rebuild because no one would insure us.
On the walls are the markings of all the kids growing up, myself, my father. So there's some things that can't be replaced. All we can do is have faith in the firefighters and wait until morning, and then we'll be hopefully not finding out how good our insurance is.
Well, fire insurance, that's a different topic altogether, one that a lot of people are dealing with. A tremendous amount of uncertainty and anxiety this morning. People's lives, their homes, that's what's at stake right now as the Caldor Fire is bearing down on South Lake Tahoe and the entire Tahoe Basin. That is the reality we all face this morning. A massive wildfire fueled by dangerous winds is heading towards South Lake Tahoe. The governor has expanded a state of emergency with the Caldor Fire to include Alpine, Amador, and Placer counties.
And this comes as thousands of people had to leave with short notice yesterday. Evacuation orders went into effect all the way to the state border, and this map here clearly shows you those evacuation orders. Yesterday, much of the Tahoe Basin was under a warning. Now those evacuations are mandatory. So let's also take a look at this chaos here. This is after the orders went into effect. Long lines on Highway 50. People rushed to get out of the area and into Nevada. We're told the roads took hours to clear, and this morning the area looks like a complete ghost town.
Yeah, the roads are open right now, and here's where the fire is as we speak. The fire's perimeter now extends east of Echo Summit across Highway 89. The darker the red squares, the more recent the detection of heat. This shows you the hot spots overnight. The fire continued its march towards the Tahoe Basin. There is so much going on right now to share with you. We do have team coverage. Meteorologist Rob Carmark tracks the conditions fueling this fire, a lot of wind.
Also, meteorologist Tracy Humphrey live on Highway 89 near Myers. She'll explain how the fire jumped the Sierra Crest.
Reporters Joshua Robinson and Devin Haskins are on the fire lines this morning. Joshua, let's start with you.
Yeah, Walt, the stakes are high today, obviously, and there are plenty of focus points that firefighters and emergency responders could focus on today, especially as they dole out the hundreds of responders and the plenty of resources all across the area. But as we think about the impact to homes, I want to direct you right over here to Pioneer Trail, because this really could be a focal point as we look ahead to what could happen this morning and into today. All night long and into the early morning hours, we've been watching fire trucks, sheriff's deputies, other emergency responders. Just a few minutes ago, 2 water trucks came through, especially as hot spots have been popping up all over throughout the early morning hours. Now, we're looking at footage of fire right now that proves if the Caldor Fire jumps this road, we're looking at the difference between a fire burning trees and brush to homes and other buildings being destroyed. Now, we have been watching to see if that fire was going to come up to the road. So far this morning, it has not made it to the road itself, but if there's anything that we have learned from the Caldor Fire over the past few days, it's that things can pick up very quickly in an instant, and firefighters are ready to respond. Now, for right now, we're going to send it with Devin Haskins, who's reporting live in South Lake Tahoe. Devin?
Yeah, Josh, before we came here to South Lake Tahoe, we were in the Myers area. We spent the early morning hours there catching up with fire crews fighting on the front lines of the Caldor Fire. The fierce nature of the Caldor Fire coming down the hill dangerously close to this house right here within feet. But what's actually working for this house right now is the defensible space here on the ground. You can see the path carved out right there. It's about 8-10 feet away. But the wind is actually pushing the flames up the hill, and firefighters say that's actually helping it slowly burn down. Already, more than 400 homes have burned, and thousands of others are threatened as these flames continue to spread. Showing just how dangerous it is out here, this chunk of burning tree fell about 20 feet down. It happened near South Upper Truckee Road and Highway 50. Right away, the fire crews working below were pulled out. And in the downtown area of South Lake Tahoe, not a soul in sight as streets and sidewalks were bare. And with 21,000 evacuated, we found this bear searching for food in the garbage cans of this car wash. Now back here live in South Lake Tahoe, behind me you can see the road blocked off. That's been blocked off for most of the day to keep anybody trying to get into the evacuation zone out. The casinos and hotels here on the Nevada side are telling those that are currently staying to stay in place, and if you had any plans to come here, don't. Rob, let's send it back to you in the studio for what firefighters can look forward to in the coming days.
All right, Devin, thank you so much. You know, this is really tough. This is an emotional story to cover for a lot of us. There's only one Lake Tahoe, folks, and they're going to be facing one of the most difficult days in its history, because what is lining up weather-wise and fire-wise, it's going to be a very dangerous day with a lot of things unfolding hour by hour. So let's go ahead and just start with the weather. This is why we are so concerned. It was hot yesterday in the upper 80s. It's going to be hot again today. That was close to records yesterday for that part of Tahoe. And we're going to be looking at fire moving in the direction. It will continue to be on that path off to the north. Myers and South Lake Tahoe in the path. The air is dry. There's lots of fuels. And this is an urban interface fire. That's where they're going to be battling it street by street later on this afternoon. Now, it's come out of Echo Summit. This is overnight infrared cameras that can see through the smoke. What we know about today is that it is established on both sides there of the Christmas Valley. So we're going to be watching it move in two different directions there, along the mountains to the south of Pioneer Trail, and also it's just going to be moving off to the north, just straight up, going from the thick forest to, again, that urban interface that everyone is concerned about by this afternoon. Now, the winds are calm. This is the best chance to make those last lines of containment, or at least established, and get ready for the fight ahead, because today the winds will be stronger than yesterday, and again out of that south-southwest direction, pushing north and northeast. Tomorrow is another day with the same wind direction and dryness. That's why we have 2 days of this red flag warning. Remember, it's not just that fire, it's also the eastern flank that's pushing closer to Kirkwood, and also any brand new fire that could pop up. We saw one at Donner Lake yesterday. That was a huge concern, but they got on it early, and this is what we're looking at over the next 2 days. There will be moments of hope and there will be successes, but Brittany, as we're just being honest about the weather and the fire forecast, these are the most dangerous conditions, and the fire is in the most dangerous spot setting off this Tuesday. Back to you.